Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 memes outside of the top 50. We're going to start with BONK, followed by FARTCOIN, FLOKI with SPX, BRED, PENGU, POPCAT, Turbo, and with CHEEMS. And number 10, let's get straight to it. BONK against USD. So for BONK, we still have our 320 target. Right now we're at 1578. Yes, sir, there was a rally that came on. Yeah, something like a squeeze. Not exactly, but something like that. You can call this an inverse head and shoulders if you want to. Not really that high quality, but the point is there's a skinny pink line over here. So this will act as the skinny pink line will act as a resistance. So my assumption is we could also take out these highs, but eventually I would assume that the skinny pink line would act as resistance as it heads lower towards 320. FARTCOIN against USD. Here we are for FARTCOIN on gate. FARTCOIN is up, yes sir. Is it 5 waves? Yeah, it's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's up, it's up. How much higher we're gonna go? I'm gonna assume that we will be clearing these highs at this. So yeah, but you can count 5 waves, right? It's really 5. So my assumption is that you know, a zip back down is just not too far away for FARTCOIN. FLOKI against USD. Here we are for FLOKI. So FLOKI has hit target number 1. We actually have another target here, 3,400. We are far away from the skinny pink line. And you can see that we're still in a downward trend. Lower highs, you know. I'm going to assume that we may take out these highs, but this will be a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, another wave down. I still suspect that we're going to be heading towards the meat of this noisy area, around 3,004. Right now we are rising, so yeah, but we're still under the skinny pink line, so the trend is still largely bearish for FLOKI. WIF against USD. So WIF is, yes, in a rally, but again, just like all the other memes, clearly under the skinny pink line, very bearish still. I suspect that again we may also be getting a bearish continuation chart pattern to come on, right? So again, the skinny pink line more likely than not should act as a resistance. So this could be like a swing, you see. As it's going up, swinging up, you can trade long. But again, you have to get out. In and out is in and out and in and out. So because you just don't know how much higher it's going to go before a reversal back down. SPX against USD. We'll look at it on gate as well. Anything for SPX? Yeah, I think SPX is in a squeeze. I think there's a breakout coming on. Let's see. Yeah, we could take out these highs. We could take out these highs for SPX. I kind of like what I see for SPX. If there was a dip here, right, this will be a wave E. This will be entry for a long. For me, I think SPX has a long potential forming, right? And this whole thing could become a 1, 2, up 3, 4, and a 5. This would be fantastic. So I suspect that this is a squeeze for a breakout. If it does retrace, fantastic. Fantastic. This could be a long for SPX. BRED. Yeah, bro. BRED is up. Inverse head and shoulders. Right. Before things rise, you can always see. Look at the volume. Look at the volume coming in at the bottom. Look at this. Will shenanigans. Anyway, BRED is up. How much higher is it gonna go? Again, skinny pink line will act as a resistance. I suspect that we may consolidate a little bit for a wave 4, going up for a wave 5. So if this whole thing is a 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna assume there's a 4 and a 5 coming on. Right. And this could, you know, go longer. But again, nothing much for us at this point of time. You can't go long here. Right. The time to go long was before the break. Now it's already broken up. So you have to wait for the retrace for BRED. PENGU against USD. Here we are for PENGU. PENGU is almost taking out these highs. Right. Almost. We have not closed above it yet. So if we don't close above it, I suspect we may still drop a little bit lower first before the reversal. This whole thing could become an inverse head and shoulders. And PENGU will be zipping far towards the upside. This could be a banana trade, right? 1 to 200%. It would be fantastic if we got a right shoulder here. We consolidate all the way to May. Best case scenario for PENGU. POPCAT against USD. Here we are for POPCAT. What's happening with POPCAT? Okay, POPCAT already taken out these highs. So you see, this is how it goes. Take out one high. Wait for the consolidation, retrace. bam, take out the second high. Now wait for the next retrace, and then bam, we take out another high. Something like that. Something like that. So my assumption is that POPCAT is, 1, 2. This could be a 3 though. Even if it falls, right, more likely than not, it's gonna be brief. And after that, this should be a 3 and a 4 and potentially a 5 as we head towards 60, maybe. Yeah, would be awesome if we get a bullish continuation chart pattern for POPCAT. Turbo against USD. Turbo is still under the skinny pink line. So one thing bro, what's happening? One thing you wanna look out for is the skinny pink line. Yes, Turbo just turbo all the way up, clearing everything, zero retrace, everything. But you would assume that it could just go back to all-time highs. Yeah, it's not as simple. I still suspect that the skinny pink line would act as a resistance. Even if you were to break the skinny pink line to go all the way up, there should be a retrace, or at least a wave 4 and a wave 5. Hit the skinny pink line, a much deeper retrace, holding is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. If this happens, it'll be fantastic. So again, we will have to wait for the chart patterns. Even this wave 3 that came for Turbo, it's like, couldn't have seen it. It's just not too obvious for us. So that's Turbo for you. CHEEMS against USD. CHEEMS is not too convincing. I suspect this whole thing could become a head and shoulders eventually as it drops lower. So yeah, there was a squeeze here though. Right, you see this? It's a squeeze. Breakout. Right, falling channel. Continuing higher? It depends. It depends. So yeah, CHEEMS is not something that you gotta be very, very careful because these are all memes, and memes are very volatile towards the downside and of course towards the upside as well. But you want to protect your downside, you see, if and when it drops. Any chart patterns for us to work with? Nope. If you get a head and shoulders, then very likely we're gonna drop lower, and we could be completing the head and shoulders for CHEEMS. Alright, boys and girls, I guess that's it for today's meme coins. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one.